And before 9/11, you could arrive at an airport half an hour prior to your flight taking off and stroll straight over to your gate. But following the tragic events of September 11th, that all changed. News 15's Kenny Dar explains how 9/11 forever changed the way we travel.
Behind me is a piece of the World Trade Center, which at one point in time symbolized America's economic power. But when the towers fell that tragic Tuesday morning, it changed the way we travel through the air forever.
It was very free.
If you were born in the 1990s or beyond, there's a good chance your flying experiences involve TSA, long lines, and having to be mindful of what you included in your luggage. But Dr. Cedra Givens-Carroll says that wasn't always the case.
It was like a exploration. You just take your bags, go get your boarding passes, they'd check your bags for free. You got on the plane.
Patricio Salinas is a native of Mexico who had limited experience with flying in America prior to September 11th, but he says there was one thing that stood out to him.
The experience, the one that really stands out is that even if you weren't flying, you can pass the gate and go greet like your loved ones, right? While they're like departing the plane, when they're getting off the plane, right?
9/11 was the most deadly attack on U.S. soil since the events of Pearl Harbor, with the attacks claiming nearly 3,000 lives. When flights across the nation resumed on September 14, 2001, many Americans were hesitant about traveling through the air again.
Overall, generally speaking, like there was a fear. There was that fear factor in terms of like, do I still feel safe?
2 months after the 9/11 attacks, former President George W. Bush signed into law the Aviation and Transportation Security Act, which resulted in the creation of the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, ending an era of simplistic flying.
But you know, trying to take liquids of a certain size, I think it's 4 ounces, and it had to be in a Ziploc bag, and taking your shoes off, and just all those restrictions really slowed down travel a lot.
While some Americans felt that the changes to how we fly after 9/11 were intrusive to our right to privacy, both Givens-Carroll and Salinas say sacrificing a little privacy is worth it if it means feeling more safe.
And it was very irritating at first, but I just had to keep telling myself, Deidre, this is how you'll be more secure, more safe.
I feel much more safe flying with that extra security, absolutely.
Again, this piece of the World Trade Center in downtown Lafayette forever serves as a reminder of the tragic events that Tuesday, September 11, 2001, and for all the men, women, and children's lives who were lost, but will never be forgotten. Reporting in downtown Lafayette, Kenny Dar, News 15.